to do a list for you of quotes. So I chose this week to do Ram Dass, and Ram Dass first went to India in 1967. He was still Dr. Richard Alpert, a prominent Harvard psychologist and psychedelic pioneer with Dr. Timothy Leary. He continued his psychedelic research until that fateful Eastern trip in 1967 when he traveled to India. In India, he met his guru, Neem Karola Baba, affectionately known as Maharaji, who gave Ram Dass his name, which means servant of God. Everything changed then. His intense dharmic life started, and he became a pivotal influence on a culture that has reverberated with the words, "Be here now." Ever since, Ram Dass' spirit has been guiding light for 3 generations, carrying along millions on the journey, helping to free them from their bonds as he works through his own. So I have 10 quotes for you tonight, Vedgurudev. So
Outstanding.
I'll,
Jai Ram Das, Jai Neem
yes,
Karoli Baba, Jai Hanuman, Sri Ram. Love them all.
yes. Yeah, he has some very profound quotes. So I'll read through them first and then I'll get your insights on them. First quote: the next message you need is always right where you are. 2, when we are being loved, we extend outward an environment that allows people to act in different, more loving and peaceful ways. 3, if you think you're enlightened, go spend a week with your family. 4, embrace the 10 beautiful things and embrace the 10,000 ugly things, and all of the universe will flow through you. 5, the ego is not real, just a collection of thoughts. 6, I remember my first visit with my guru. He had shown that he read my mind. So I looked at the grass and thought, my God, he's going to know all the things I don't want people to know. I was really embarrassed. Then I looked up and he was looking directly at me with unconditional love. 7, if I go into the place in myself that is love, and you go into the place in yourself that is love, we are together in love. Then you and I are truly in love, the state of being love. That's the entrance to oneness. That's the space I entered when I met my guru. 8, when you are already in Detroit, you don't have to take a bus to get there. 9, as we grow in our consciousness, there will be more compassion, more love, and then the barriers between people, between religions, between nations will begin to fall. Yes, we have to beat down the separateness. 10, working with the dying is like being a midwife for the great rite of passage of death. Just as a midwife helps to bring a being take their first breath, you help a being take their last breath. So those are my 10 quotes for you by Ram Dass.
10 Ram Das divine quotes. Let's get started. Number 1. To become a YouTube channel member, click on the join button and choose your membership. Number 1, the Enlightened Kriya Yoga Satic for $2 per month with good member benefits. Or number 2, the Self-Realized Kriya Yogi for $6 per month with great member benefits. Choose your YouTube membership and join today. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com to visit our Kriya Yoga store for all your spiritual needs. We have canvases, notebooks, tumblers, and t-shirts with all Veronica's divine handmade artwork. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com to visit our Kriya Yoga store. Thousands have already said yes to the Kriya Yoga path. And if you're here now, something inside you is ready to. Click the Join Now button below, choose your membership, and begin your journey to inner freedom today. See you inside the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass.
Number 1, the next message you need is always right where you are.
Yeah, so I asked my guru one time, where are you at on the spiritual path? He said, I'm exactly where Babaji wants me to be. And those are words I live by. So I am satisfied, I am content, and I am anchored and centered in the present moment. And I'm not trying to go somewhere else. I'm not trying to do somewhere else. I'm just enjoying the present moment. And I'm exactly where I should be. So when you have that perspective, you're not trying to look for any external things to get you to where you think you need to be. You are satisfied and content in the present moment, right where you're at. So I always have that perspective. I'm exactly where I should be, and I'm centered and anchored uh, exactly in the present moment how I should be. I'm not trying to go somewhere in the future. I'm not trying to think about the past. I'm just trying to enjoy the present moment as much as I can. I like when my guru said, when you anchor yourself in the present moment, it's like putting a string through the pin of a needle, you know?
Mm,
We anchor ourselves, we're locked in, we put our roots down into the earth, grounding ourselves, and we're locked in. I'm
locked
satisfied, I'm
in.
content right here. Could it be better? Could it be worse? Yeah, probably, but I'm pretty satisfied and content right where I'm at. And that's a good perspective to have. I don't need to go anywhere. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to spend no money. I'm satisfied and content right here in the present moment.
Yeah. Number two, when we are being love, we extend outward an environment that allows people to act in different, more loving and peaceful ways. Mm,
Yeah, so when you become a nuclear power plant of unconditional love, you start to radiate and glow and vibrate unconditional love, and it becomes infectious for everybody else out there, right? You know, People enjoy your sunlight, enjoy your glow, and enjoy your magnetism, your radiance. So you should always be a leading example of unconditional love and let unconditional love be your north star, your guiding light, and it becomes infectious, right? If you have a big smile on your face, how can anybody else be sad? It just becomes infectious. They indirectly get the benefits of your unconditional love, right? And you start to rising tides lift all boats collectively. So it becomes
yeah.
a good state. So you should always radiate, glow, vibrate as much love, like a nuclear power plant of unconditional love, as much as possible. And it helps raise people out of their state. If you're having a bad day and you see somebody who's smiling and happy and has their head in the clouds and unconditional blissful state, then how can you be sad?
Yeah.
It
How can you be
becomes
sad?
infectious.
Yeah.
So rising tides lift all boats, lift everybody out of that pit of despair. This world is hard enough. Be a good example of a radiating unconditional love nuclear power plant.
I will. Number three, if you think you're enlightened, go spend a week with your family. Wow.
This is a good one. I like how he's put that. Yeah. So my guru used to say anybody can be enlightened or meditate or reach deep consciousness in a cave in the Himalayan mountains or in the forest where there's no distractions. But the real people who have mastered their meditation and mastered their mind, they could meditate anywhere. In the center of New Delhi with all the horns and the honking and the pollution, in New York City at Times Square with all the lights, horns, and honking, you know? So this is a good example. Like, yeah, you think you're enlightened? Go spend Thanksgiving with your family. They're going to push your buttons. They're going to hit you below the belt. They're going to get into your skin and dance around, Vedguru Dev, you still doing that meditation? That doesn't work, What do you think about the football game? So they're going to test your mindset, your mentality, They're going to try
Yes.
to, misery enjoys company. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, right?
You
So they're
shouldn't.
going to, if they're miserable, they want you to be miserable also, right?
Yes.
So, you know, you can't be a blissed out yogi or yogini, you know, you got to be miserable with all us. We're attached to all the Maya delusional external things. You got to be attached to it. So,
No, I don't.
you got to put your shield up when it's Thanksgiving time,
Yes.
Got to take a couple deep breaths. Here we go. You know, I think I'm enlightened, but I'm
Mm.
relishing the opportunity to meet my family at Thanksgiving because they're going to give me an opportunity to test my mettle and see
Yeah.
if I'm really built for this spiritual path. You know, they're going to say everything they can. They're going to look at me with judgment. I just got to get my mind right. You know, I'm not
Yes.
that type of person, and I don't need anybody's permission to be my true authentic self. You know, this is who I
That's
am.
right.
Love me or leave me alone, right? So if you don't approve, doesn't matter. It's between me and Baba G. It's between me and God. I don't know
Yeah.
how you fit in. No middleman in my connection to God, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh, my AirPod fell out.
Ooh.
You know? Yeah, so,
Yeah. Yeah. Love me or
okay.
leave me alone. Beautiful.
Love me or leave me alone, right? So, yeah, that's the way I would look at it. Oh, damn.
Are we
Hold on a
glitching?
second.
Are we in the Matrix?
Oh, damn it. Hold on a second. All right.
Okay.
When my AirPod fell out, it started playing music from iTunes. So, can you
Yeah, I
hear
saw
that?
you
You
kind
couldn't
of.
hear that, right?
No, you just kind of glitched. So I didn't
Oh
hear it
yeah,
on my end, but I just saw you
it
glitch a
was
little.
it was playing some beats, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll throw your family will throw the kitchen
You're
sink
being
at you,
tested.
and
Yeah.
they'll be testing you, and you know, like you just got to be built for this, and you got to take it on the chin. Like yeah, funny story,
Yeah.
uncle. Yeah, all right, I just got to weather this storm and get out of here unscathed and go
Yes.
back to my meditation cushion.
Yeah. You're like, good.
Usually I do it, and you just put up your shield and you're like, all right, whatever. I don't want your ghost story to become my ghost story, you know, whatever, you know. What did they say in the Bible? Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil. So when you go to
Yeah.
Thanksgiving with your family, you got to take it on the chin and be built
That,
for it. Like, here we
yeah.
go. Whew.
Here we go.
You know, walking through the valley of death, but you know, I'm not attaching to anything. You
Yeah.
know, I don't want their ghost story to become my ghost story. So misery and misery enjoys company. So
Yes.
don't let
It,
their pit of despair become your pit of despair.
yeah.
You know, like whatever. You know,
Yeah. You're
I know
Captain
we're
Dan. You can
connected by
handle
blood,
anything.
but I don't want your ghost story to become my ghost story.
That's right. Number four, embrace the 10,000 beautiful things and embrace the 10,000 ugly things, and all of the universe will flow through you. Mm.
Yeah. So my guru had a way of saying this too. He said the opposite of doing. We do the asanas we hate the most, like the asanas we love the most, right? So we live in a state of equanimity. There is no good or bad. There is no right or wrong. There is no love or hate. We live in a state of equanimity. So we look at everything as equal, you know? Even the so called advanced pretzel asanas, I look at them as like Shavasana, the easiest asana, you know? So when you have that perspective, you start breaking down the walls and the blockages and the resistance, you know? And you just start looking at it, everything is a blissful experience, and, you know? Nothing is hard, you know? Harshness or difficultness doesn't exist in your universe, you know? I love the thousand things I hate like the thousand things I love, right? So if you look at things you so-called dislike as an opportunity to love them, then it becomes a lot more easier and less harshness, right? You know, like, well, this full wheel pose used to be kind of harsh and kind of painful and struggling, but I love it, right? I enjoy
Yeah.
it, right? My heart chakra is closer to the sun. Now I'm gonna enjoy it as much as I can, you know? Harshness or difficultness doesn't exist in my universe. I love them all. Even the
I love them all.
so-called bad things, I look at them as good things and good lessons. So if you could see the lessons in everything, then it dilutes it and it dissolves it like butter in the sun. So we love them all, right? Even the
Yeah.
so-called hard things or difficult, bad things, whatever. I love them
Yeah.
all.
No favorites. I love them all. Number 5, the ego is not real. It's just a collection of thoughts. Hmm.
Yeah, so the ego definitely doesn't exist in my vocabulary or exist in my universe. So yeah, if you see the ego and laugh at the ego like the joke it is, I like Dancing Shiva. He's standing on the ego. Or the picture of Kali. She has a collection of ego skulls around her neck. She cut the head off the ego, right? So
Yes.
if you laugh at the ego like it is, it has no pull or no meaning in your universe. You're just like, what ego?
Mm.
Who? That's
Who?
my mantra. Who? Ego?
Who?
Who? Never heard of them. I don't know the ego from a can of paint, right? So e- even if it is a collection of thoughts, it doesn't matter. I don't know ego, right? Ego
Yes.
knocking on your door. Hello, it's ego. Never heard of you. Stay outside,
Yeah.
Hello, it's God knocking at the door. Come on in. I've been
Yeah.
waiting for you. What do you like to eat, God? My house is your house.
Yeah. Mi casa, tu
My
casa.
bed is your bed. So I like when my guru said that. Leave the ego out in the cold and rain, but if God is outside in the cold and rain, let him in, right? My house is your house. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how we look at the ego. Whatever it is, whatever, it doesn't exist in my universe. So,
Yeah.
you know, so
Not
I
real.
kind of laugh at the ego like the joke it is. Detach, let go. Detach, let go. What do you want, ego?
Uh,
I want to come in. What do you think about Donald Trump
uh,
and Iran? Don't think of anything. You don't
uh,
exist in my
yeah.
universe. My mantra for the ego is who? Who?
Who? Who?
You don't know? No. Who?
Nope.
Who? I'm an owl sitting on a branch out here. Who? What And yeah, you start to dissipate your ego by laughing at it like the joke it is. Here he goes again, you know? Creating some space. Sometimes I name my ego. Oh, here comes Bob again. What do you
Bob.
think about the war in Iran? Oh, Bob is here again. Come on,
Uh,
Bob. Ego Bob is here again. You know,
Bob. Here you
Bob
come.
again. Let me tell you what I think about Donald Trump. No thanks, Bob. Don't need it. Keep
Keep on
moving.
walking.
Doesn't exist in my universe. My mantra is who? Who? You don't know? No. Who?
Yeah.
Who? An owl.
like Swaha, Bob.
Swaha,
Ah.
Bob. Get lost. To become a YouTube channel member, click on the join button and choose your membership. Number 1, the Enlightened Kriya Yoga Satic for $2 per month with good member benefits. Or number 2, the Self-Realized Kriya Yogi for $6 per month with great member benefits. Choose your YouTube membership and join today. Go to kriyayogashop.com to visit our Kriya Yoga store for all your spiritual needs. We have canvases, notebooks, tumblers, and t-shirts with all of Veronica's divine handmade artwork. Go to kriyayogashop.com to visit our Kriya Yoga store. Thousands have already said yes to the Kriya Yoga path. And if you're here now, something inside you is ready to. Click the Join Now button below, choose your membership, and begin your journey to inner freedom today. See you inside the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass.
Number 6, beautiful quote. I remember my first visit with my guru. He had shown that he read my mind. So I looked at the grass and I thought, my God, he's going to know all the things I don't want people to know. I was really embarrassed. And then I looked up and he was looking directly at me with unconditional love.
Yeah, so everybody, every yogi and yogini goes through something. I like when Patanjali said the road to God is not a straight line, it's a zigzag. So when you realize that all yogis and yoginis have gone through this, then you have nothing to be ashamed of. You have nothing to hide. It happens to the best of us, right? But when your guru sees your true inner potential, your inner divinity, they see past all those distractions and all those things we weren't proud of on the spiritual path, and they see your true authentic self and bring your true authentic self to the forefront and bring all the so-called ungood things to the background. So yeah, you should always walk the righteous path, because your guru sees all, God sees all, so you should do your sadhana and live your life like God is standing right in front of you. That's why I said before, they're taking pictures of everything. Good. Take a
Yeah.
pictures of me being righteous all day, every day, right?
Yes.
Take a picture of me being meditative and mindful all day, every day. I take out the trash, meditative and mindful. I go drive to work, meditative and mindful. I hope you documented that and got some good pictures of it. So
Yeah,
if
it's a good story.
if you if you have nothing to hide, then you know you're not ashamed of anything. So
Yeah,
my guru's going to see all my skeletons in my closet. If you don't have any skeletons in your closet, there's nothing to see. And even if you do, most gurus would be more understanding, because it reminds them before they got on the spiritual path. I did some things I wasn't proud of, but now I'm walking the righteous path. So water under the bridge, clouds passing in the
yeah,
sky. I ate a cheeseburger 10 years ago. So what? I'm living in the present moment, being the best person I can be right now in the present moment. So yeah, live the righteous
beautiful.
path. If they document it and they record everything, you have nothing to be ashamed of, right?
Yeah,
Let's pull up Vedguru Dev's file. Meditating all day, every day. Okay. Um, mindful all day, every day. Sadhana all day, every day. 24-hour day yogi. All right. Nothing to see here.
yeah, no judgment.
Boring. Boring.
Can't judge you.
You know. You know. You know. You know. Or when you go before, let's say, the so-called Council of Elders. On March 1st, 2026, you answered a lot of questions. Yep. You did your sadhana. Okay. Good. Turn the page. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, yeah.
No
uh,
ammunition for your gun, right?
yeah.
Being the best. Take all the pictures and record as much as you want.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here. Meditating, being mindful and meditative, doing my sadhana all day, every day.
Yeah, take your best shot. You can't get me. Uh, well, number 7 quote is, if I go into the place in myself that is love, and you go into the place in yourself that is love, we are together in love. Then you and I
Mm.
are truly in love, the state of being love. That's the entrance to oneness. That's the space I entered when I met my guru. Hmm.
Yeah, so when you realize that your inner divinity, your divine love is inside you as you, and you make it your North Star, your guiding light, then you attract other people who are harmonizing on that frequency. So if you want to attract like-minded people, be the energy that you want to see the energy in other people. Be the leading example. Be the change that you want to see in the world. That's the word I was looking for. So
Yeah,
be a nuclear power plant, be a good example, a leading example, and you'll attract other people who harmonize and align with that frequency. And you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to look for anybody. Naturally, by being a nuclear power plant of unconditional love, you attract like-minded people, and they enjoy your glow, they enjoy your radiance. So you should always try to aspire to carry that. Let your soul be your North Star, let your soul be your guiding light, and lead by example. Be the change that you want to see out here in the world, and be an unconditional nuclear power plant of unconditional love out here, and you'll be surprised what you can attract, right?
yeah. Number 8 quote, when you are already in Detroit, you don't have to take the bus to get there.
Oh, this is one of my favorites. I like this one a lot, right? So, tell you a funny story about my guru. We were at an ashram, we were at a temple in India, and there were a bunch of backpackers seeking the secrets of the universe, Western people, coming to India to get enlightened and all this stuff they read in a book. And he was like, I don't know why all these people spend thousands of dollars to come to India. If you just go inside your closet and close the door, you could be alone with yourself and you get more of the secrets of the universe, and instead of going to somewhere. So, yeah, that's a good example. If you're in Detroit, you don't have to travel to Detroit. So
Yeah.
enlightenment is inside you as you. All you have to do is realize it and unlock it. You don't have to
Yeah.
go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to look for external things to get you into that state. When you're in Detroit, you don't have to travel to Detroit. And that's a good example too when you do your sadhana. Your kriyas are to get you into that state. Once you get in that state, you shed the kriya. No longer. I needed it to pull me into this state. I'm here. I did to exist and be in that state. I enjoy Detroit because I'm already in Detroit. I don't
Yeah.
need to get in my car and drive back to Detroit, drive across the street. I'm in Detroit. I stay anchored in Detroit. So, you know, I shed the technique. I no longer need the Kriya because I've already reached Detroit. So
Yes.
I, I don't need to keep driving or keep going over and
Yeah.
over and make circles around the block. I'm here already. Let's shed the technique, shed the mindset. So when you're in Detroit, you don't need to travel to Detroit. Well
Yeah.
put, Ram Dass. That's a good one. I'm gonna put that one in my pocket. I like that
Yeah.
one a lot.
Yeah. I don't know, you had a sense of humor. I like Ram Dass.
These quotes are
Number
pretty profound, like
yeah.
who was it? Lahari Messiah. I like when he said, if you don't know Om, you're an ass.
Yeah. Well put.
Well put, straight to the point. Lahari Messiah not beating around the bush, getting straight
No.
to it. When you're in Detroit, you don't need to go to Detroit. So if you have that mindset about your sadhana, about your meditation practice, then you'll be in a good state.
Oh, well, number 9, as we grow in our consciousness, there will be more compassion and more love. And then the barriers between people, between religions, between nations will begin to fall. Yes, we have to beat down the separateness. Mm,
Yeah. So when you exist in a state of oneness, a state of omnipresence, a state of wholeness, you start to shed the duality that this Maya delusional world has sold you. And when you stay anchored inside you as you realize you have all the tools and everything you need inside you as you. All you got to do is unlock it and realize it. So instead of looking for external things to get you to where you need to be, all you need to do is realize and unlock everything. And when you anchored in oneness, not duality, you say, I am here and God is here. Oneness. I am here and God is up there on a cloud. Duality. So when you break down that duality barrier, that duality wall, and you start existing in a state of omnipresence, a state of oneness, a state of wholeness, then you really have the heightened awareness that is necessary to reach higher states of consciousness, right? You're align yourself and center yourself in your true inner potential, in your own inner divinity, right? So you're not trying to go anywhere or do anything. You just exist in a state of being, which is very profound. So no
yeah.
duality, only oneness, only omnipresence.
Well, number 10, quote from Ram Dass. Working with the dying is like being a midwife for the great rite of passage of death. Just as a midwife helps a being take their first breath, you help a being take their last breath. Wow.
Yeah, so this is a very high state of karma yoga, right? Helping people transition the right way and in a non-state of fear. So as a midwife brings a baby into this physical world and takes his first breath, it's a true blessing and a true benefit to help people transition, because a lot of people get into a state of fear, and you don't want that fear to follow you into when you transition your physical body. You know, like they say in the Tibetan Book of Dead, you want to go into the clear, the bargo. You don't want to take the hard road, and you don't want you don't want to see the horror movie. You want to take the lightning path. You want to take the airplane path to ascension. You don't want to I don't know, have thoughts that don't serve you follow you into that higher state of consciousness. So if you could help somebody, guide them into this is probably the highest state of karma yoga, right? You know, it should be a blissful experience, right? And if you could help get somebody out of that mind state of fear and help them shed what no longer serves them when they transcend their physical body, I can't think of any better karma yoga than that. So, you know,
Yeah.
definitely, you know,
Ooh.
you during your whole life you collect a lot of distractions and a lot of identities and conditioning, and it's hard to let that go when you transcend your physical body. Leave all that behind and wave bye-bye to it. So if you could help somebody guide you on that, that would be outstanding, you know? So yeah, I'm looking for opportunities.
Yeah.
so so, you know, I would definitely look at that as a high state of karma yoga, right? Like
Yeah.
helping guide people into the afterlife and let go of things that no longer serve them. You know, a lot of people will be confused. They won't know what's going on. So it'd be very beneficial to have somebody guide you, you know, in this plane or the, astral plane. So yeah, I think that would be outstanding. So it's a true
Yeah.
blessing to bring a child into this world, taking their first breath, and it's a true blessing helping guiding people taking their last breath out of this world, you know? So I would look forward to that opportunity. If you feel you're on your last breath and you need some assistance from Vedguru Dev, let me know, you know? I
Yeah.
need some practice, you know?
Well, I hope that when I do transcend this world, I have somebody like you to help me transition my last breath. That would be a blessing. So I hope I get that.
Yeah,
Yes.
teamwork makes the dream work, you
Yeah.
know? So let's work together and
Let's work together.
take the divine flight and enjoy it as much as we can. Definitely, fear is not welcome, you know. So we're not in a state of fear, in a state of bliss. Congratulations, you have achieved liberation. You have achieved moksha. You're
Yes.
taking a divine flight home. You know,
Woo.
you've won the golden ticket. You won the lottery. Outstanding. Enjoy it with a big smile on your face, right?
Yeah. Well, that was 10 quotes from Ram Dass. That was very profound. I feel blissed out. So thank you for your insights on that. That was amazing. Yeah.
10 Ram Dass quotes. Jai Ram Das, Jai Neem Karoli Baba, Jai Hanuman, uh, Jai Lord Rama, Sri Ram, Jai their whole lineage. I've been to Neem Karoli Baba's ashram many times, so love their lineage, love their parampara. Definitely enlightened beings, you know, divine worshippers of the Lord Hanuman, you know. So Jai Sri Ram, 10 Ram Dass quotes interpreted by Vedguru Dev, wrapped up in a nice bow on your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Before you go, here are 3 ways to bring inner happiness into your practice, your home, and your heart. Become a YouTube member and unlock exclusive member benefits, live stream shout outs, and super chat. Join here, youtube.com/VedguruDev. Visit our Kriya Yoga store for all your spiritual needs and get spiritual canvases, notebooks, tumblers, and t-shirts, all with handmade divine artwork. Go to kriyayogashop.com. Master the supreme science of Kriya Yoga and learn authentic teachings of Kriya Yoga from A to Z. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. Become a YouTube member here. Click the related video here. Join, like, subscribe, and comment. Jai Babaji.